Welcome to the Defense and Aerospace Report. I'm Vago Muradian here at the Gaylord National Harbor Convention Center right outside Washington, D.C., where we're covering the Air Force Association's annual Air, Space, and Cyber Conference and Trade Show. Our coverage here is sponsored by L3 Technologies and Leonardo DRS, and we have with us General Dewey Everhard, who is the commander of the United States Air Force Air Mobility Command. Sir, thanks very much for making some time for us.
Thank you for having me here. I really appreciate this. And thank you for letting me tell our story.
Absolutely, and it's always a treat as somebody who had the opportunity to cover AMC when you were newborn force. I even have some of my old Mac pins. I was going through one of my old boxes, but that we digress.
Yeah, now we're dating ourselves.
We are dating
okay.
ourselves. We were exchanging some C-141 love earlier about the Star Lizard and legendary capabilities of the airplane. Let me ask you in all seriousness.
Yes.
You guys are. The lift force for the nation and are critically engaged every time there's a natural disaster. You guys mobilized for Harvey, for Irma. You guys are actively engaged now for Irma relief because there are American citizens across the Caribbean, including in the United States. Talk to us about how you guys are gearing up, what you're doing in particular this storm that maybe may have just hit Puerto Rico more severely than any storm in the last 100 years.
Well, it's unfortunate that Irma, Harvey, and now Maria has happened. The fortunate thing is, though, is that we've already had our forces already positioned. And what do I mean by that? We have forces that will complete their roles, our contingent response forces, which will go and open up an airfield. We have our disaster relief folks. We also have our air medical evacuation folks all ready to go on the queue, and they were heading home. We literally just turned them back around to be on the step to ready to go. So we're starting now to get FEMA requests. We're starting to get requests from Southcom. We're starting to get requests from Northcom as we support the operations coming through our Transportation Command. And then as we get those requirements validated, we're out the door to support 110% to help that tragedy.
How many assets are you moving around in order to be able to support this, whether it's for water purification units, power? It's staggering the range of stuff that needs to be moved in a disaster like this.
That's a great question, and it all depends on the requirements. So I can quick turn an airplane on several sorties in a day, but on the average, we're using about 30 or 40 airplanes. It depends on the requirements. It depends on what we've got going on in the world, because you just hit it. The world is our AOR. So not only am I looking at in the CENTCOM area responsibility, but we're also moving lift and disaster relief for things that are going on, like in Mexico.
Right, that's right, absolutely.
The earthquake just happened, so we may be on the call for that with a hurricane. But we're also moving missions in Antarctica. So we are busy, busy, busy.
And going to the TACC is actually one of the more amazing things, because you guys are taking into consideration things that a lot of other folks aren't, given literally a worldwide operating theater.